Show the camera.
We're best friends. I really love you, bitch. I love you too. But I died a long time ago. What are you telling me to let me go? I'm so glad.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't know what that indicates for us. I would like to start this by saying that we like that video.
I have Twitter brain rot, so.
That's okay. I have Instagram and TikTok brain rot.
I mean, I have TikTok too, but
I feel like most of us do now.
But I feel like most of my stuff is from Twitter.
That's fair.
Which is okay. So actually, get this. So
Getting this.
I actually like stopped using Twitter for like 2-3 years, because like I used Twitter so much, but I was only using Twitter mainly as like for like stan accounts and stuff like that, and I wasn't really like, I don't know, on like what normal people would see on there.
On what normal would people see Twitter?
Yeah.
I'm not on normal Twitter.
So
Why be on normal Twitter?
that's when I made an account, and like
unique Twitter.
I made a different account, like a new one. Like, I don't know, because I stopped using it my like freshman and sophomore years, really, like sophomore year of high school, and then I got it again in like senior year. But then I like wasn't really using it, and then I got back on like during COVID, so like towards the end of senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was on it a lot, obviously, and then I got to Berkeley, and I stopped using it as much for like a few years, because a lot of people out there don't use it.
Yeah.
So I would go on Instagram more and TikTok.
This makes sense.
But now I'm back to
I forget that with different regions, there are different, more popular means of using social media.
Yeah, so I feel like I started using my Twitter again within like the last like 2 years.
Yeah. Twitter has good content. Like, let's be real. For me, at least, all of my favorite accounts that post funny things on Instagram, which is like 90% of what I'm trying to consume on Instagram, it's all just screenshots of different Twitter threads.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, my Twitter is starting to be like that more now, but that's just me like investigating harder and like forcing myself to follow accounts of people that exist that I know of, so that I'm like, oh, okay, my Twitter can actually be like, because my Twitter feed was stock Twitter, like you just downloaded Twitter in the year 2024.
Yeah.
Stock Twitter.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much me, you know.
Yeah.
But like that's how.
Oh, that's right. Because then I sent you a bunch of my tweets. So that
Yeah.
You could get my
Yeah.
kind of...
And then I forgot that I already follow you, so they were already on my timeline because you were already reposting them. But yeah, my Twitter looks a lot more like my Instagram feed now.
A lot of my closest friends like end up using Twitter like the most, or like
that makes sense. Now that I'm older, I understand much more how it works.
I love Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter, and it always has been Twitter. But we've talked about this on the show before. Like, it's Twitter. It's never going to be anything else. It always has been Twitter.
Yeah, one time I accidentally said X, and I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Or like, ugh. Yeah, I hate it. TBH.
We'll introduce everyone to the things that we are drinking, pretty much well, for me at least, in the exact same receptacle that I always use. My little corgi sippy cup thing.
I got my hydro flask back from high school. Okay, so my friend gave me these stickers.
For context, it wasn't missing since high school.
No, yeah. I left it in Sierra's car in January when we went to San Diego, because I went to a concert and I left my hydro flask behind, and then I ended up leaving to go back to Boston the next day, so I didn't have time to get it back. And then I came back in March, and I literally forgot to ask for it, and I've been literally forgetting to ask for it, but then I remembered, like, a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So now I have it back.
Now we have it back.
It has stickers from high school. Cape Rock, if you're from Southern California and you like alternative music, you know. It's a picture of me and Damon Colby at VidCon.
Yes.
Clancy lives, and he does. That's crazy. I got this sticker before Clancy. Supreme. This sticker a friend gave to me, and this sticker a friend gave to me, and then Berkeley. But we have drinks made by Brenton.
Yeah, I definitely made them a little sweet, but I mean because we're mixing in shots of things. Two shots of El Jimador, El Jimador.
That's yummy.
Yeah, it's good, honestly. So I two shots of El Jimador, and I also used like a generous amount of Country Time lemonade and a little bit of the Lipton Diet Raspberry Tea.
It's yum.
These are all powdered drinks. So
yeah.
Yes. And then I just mixed it with the 2 shots, and so I just hoped that it would be good.
We're actually drinking water right now.
Oh yeah, we're drinking water. Also, just because I'm seeing everyone do this, I feel the need to also as well. If you are not 21, do not drink. Cool, thanks. Anyways, we're 22, so we're having a grand old time right now. But just in case we needed to clarify that for the sake of posting this on the public domain that is the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all that being said,
okay.
Hello again, my frisky friends, and welcome back to another episode of Rambling about things I read on Reddit.
I wish I wasn't packing up my stuff from the place that I learned to love you. I wish I had never given up on all the compositions of our tunes. Now I'm sleeping until 4 p.m. Staying up all night 'cause we were talking about...
Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah. So, how are you?
I don't know. I feel like we've just been so busy. I haven't been able to comprehend anything.
I mean, yeah. Today, we started to clean our cars because Ronnie got new windshield wipers because the other ones were falling apart and honestly
awesome.
making it harder for Ronnie to see.
This is great.
But we found some for roughly $16 after tax on Amazon, and they had really good reviews. So we installed those today, and as we were doing that, I started to clean off our windows, and that wasn't really going that well because we have yet to acquire car cleaning fluid. So that is on us, but that is also kind of like sometimes things are expensive thing. But that's fine because we ended up just going to the car wash, which the first one that we went to was closed. And it took way longer to get there because we went at a bad time. But
yeah,
that's sorry, we had to do it at a time that worked out for us.
Whoops.
I don't know. Whoops. I have to work with my own schedule that I literally live with. But we did that. Took us way longer to get there. How long did that take?
it was okay. Hold on. I think it was supposed to take us 10 minutes, and it took us 15.
Yeah. Not it really isn't
It was
that
15,
much longer,
20.
but it was long enough to be definitely significant. And all of the red lights took so much longer than it felt like they should have. But you know what? That's okay. We did it successfully, and that was my first time driving through a drive-through car wash thing.
So big day for Brandon Amore.
I had to ask Ronnie for so much help. But by that, I mean, I kept on being what is it? What do I do? What do I do? And Ronnie was like, do you see the 3 lights that are inside of the cage thing? And I said, yes. So I just started looking at the 3 lights and then following their instructions. Because I didn't believe that the instructions were going to tell me the truth. I was like, I don't trust this machine. Like, I really don't trust this machine. Because
That's fair.
I like, I can't remember the last time that I've been in a drive-through car wash. And then also, like, all of the videos that I've seen of drive-through car washes on TikTok since then have all just been drive-through car washes breaking through people's windows. Like, the car, like, implodes on itself.
See, when I think of car washes, I think of Final Destination.
Oh. Yeah. I've been getting a lot of Final Destination clips on my TikTok.
You should watch.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't. I, like, used to watch Final Destination with my dad, because my dad, like...
How much worse would that make our anxiety, though?
Definitely worse, because, like, I will never get acupuncture because of that.
Fair. Also, big vehicles with lots of huge things on the backs of them.
I don't want to be on a bus. I don't want to be in a bus on a bridge.
Oh, no.
Oh, I think about that.
No.
Oh, when it went... Oh, God. Bro turned into a skewer.
But because I was in the Bay Area, all of the school field trips, it was a bus across a big bridge.
It's so
Because we were, like, always going to San Francisco or, like, any of the neighboring areas. You had to go across, like, the Bay Bridge, and if not the Bay Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, and if not the Golden Gate Bridge, the other bridge that I'm forgetting the name of, which this is how you know that I'm not from the Bay Area. I'm from the Inner Valley area, but it's still the Bay Area because we have no other group to associate with. Yeah, that's that. Today's episode brings us to yet another midweek recording session. Well, somewhat midweek. I mean, it's like it's past Friday. It is Saturday morning because it is 12:47 a.m. on Saturday, September 28th. If this gives you guys any context to, like, how soon we record the episodes in relation to when they come out, yes. But just like last time, we are scrambling to make sure we have episodes together. Yes. Damn, I was right. I wrote this before, and I was still right about how this is all playing out. All of those pre-recorded episodes we made are gone. I have mentioned that before. They are still gone. We are still working on making, like, a bank of pre-recorded episodes. And we need more. But that's more of an us problem than anything. But, you know,
it's fine.
I feel like being transparent with everyone because, I don't know. I want people to be aware that we're also just kind of making this for funskies for the most part.
Yeah, TBH.
It's just, we're just, like, this is really just 2 guys with microphones, which is, like, 2 guys with microphones that have a podcast. Normally, that would be a horrible thing, but...
I mean, I guess it's still...
I guess it's pretty horrible still.
So.
Yeah. To anyone who does listen, why do you listen to us?
Like TBH.
Tell us. Comment. Because, and I'm going to keep on saying it because it's still really astonishing. Oh, Iz texted us. Hi, Iz. You all know Iz. You also all know Sierra. Guys, put the pieces together. There's lore. So if you're listening to this episode, like, out of nowhere, fair. Listen to all the other episodes first. There's context. There's context to everything. What was I saying?
Why do you guys listen to us? We're just 2
Oh, yeah, just comment.
2 men with a microphone.
Yeah, comment why. Because
Yeah.
I really want to know. Also, I was trying to say earlier, mention, oh my gosh, it's so hard to speak right now. This is really rough. Like, this is a rough start.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. But Spotify podcasts has comments available now. So comment on the Spotify because you can. I'm not sure about Apple. Maybe Apple has had that for longer.
Adam.
Yeah, I really don't know, but this is on there. So if you're listening on Apple, also comment on the YouTube or Spotify to let us know because it's still free for you. Nevertheless, I made a little section of topics to mention because I felt like mentioning topics. So
Okay.
I'm going to do that before we get to the rest of everything that y'all want to hear from us so badly. Because you want to hear us talk about stuff so bad. Why did you come back?
Ooh, thanks for coming back.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back. We're always thankful for you being here. Like, we don't want to sound ungrateful, but at the same time, it blows our mind that anyone would be interested in listening to this.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Because it's like, do we know who the target demographic is? Not
No.
really. But the target demographic is there somewhere.
Perhaps.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, get into it.
I'll start with I included a little news article just because I felt like it would be interesting to include somewhat current events.
Okay.
So this was posted on September 22nd, 2024. Posted on to the NBC Channel 4 Los Angeles website. So, yes, this you can look at this if you want to, but I'll also read it to you. Sunday marks the beginning of the autumnal equinox, but temperatures in Southern California will be more summer-like for the first day of fall. A warming trend will greet the start of the new season in the Southland before temperatures subside, according to NBC4 meteorologist Shanna Mendiola. Okay, that went well. We're going to take a little roller coaster of temperatures up and then down as we head into the end of the week, but we're going to start off this season on a warm note, she said. This slight increase in temperatures will be thanks to a ridge of high pressure resting off the coast of Northern California. This high pressure will make for a warm and dry rest of the week, with temperatures reminiscent of summer. That's going to peak on Monday, so tomorrow's highs... Oh, well, that already passed for us, and that already passed for you guys too, so deal with it. So tomorrow's highs are going to be the warmest of the week, Mendiola said. Once that starts to shift off the east, we'll start to get a little bit of cooling. A system in the Pacific Northwest will help make way for a marine layer on our coast, allowing for cooler temperatures to close out the week. You've got temperatures coming down for the rest of the week by Friday and Saturday, Mendiola said.
You know what? That's kind of true because I walked outside earlier and I said, "Oh, it's chilly."
No, yeah, it really was chilly.
really was chilly.
It's getting chilly at night now, and during the day, it's like it's warm enough that if I do something, I will start to feel a little bit like if I do something active outside, I'll start to feel a little bit warm, but nothing serious. But I can tell it's about to cool down, and I'm definitely excited for that because we are so back with pants season. Pants season. Pants season. Pants season. Yeah. Us being from California and hating wearing shorts. I don't hate wearing shorts. I love to wear shorts. I just don't feel like I have or am comfortable with styling my shorts the way that I want to style them yet.
I agree.
Because it's like I do like my shorts. And I have quite a few that I like, but man, I really just need to like sit with them and mess around with them. And I do need to, generally speaking, get more dark shorts. Because I have so many like tan shorts and like pastel shorts and cream shorts, which are all really nice, but 90% of the time I am going to look for dark shorts. And I like don't have any, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah. You know, it's okay. Because the thing is, my issue is I only have dark shorts.
So we have opposing issues. This makes sense for us. It's okay.
No, yeah, like, I mean, look at us right now.
We are the same person on opposite spectrums of things in many cases.
I mean,
literally.
So,
Yeah.
except we have
And
really similar glasses.
But this is why Ronnie dressed as a dark angel during Halloween, and I dressed like a light angel during Halloween.
Yep.
I can be your angel or your
bear.
devil. That is by Debbie Ryan. And I love that song. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. That was the not up to date weather update. But I hope you enjoyed that.
It was actually really warm at the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a good way of kind of summarizing how this week was going in terms of weather.
No, yeah.
So, yes, that. But also, we've just been busy. There's, again, okay. If there's one thing that we're going to do every single fucking episode is complain about being busy.
And it seems like we also do nothing at the same exact time.
No, because I'm, like, convinced that I'm like, the least productive person ever, and that I just spend all of my time wasting my energy doing things that are not productive for me, that won't grant me success in the future.
Yeah.
When in reality, I'm being pretty productive, but, like, it feels like I'm not at all. It's wild.
It's a little bonkers. A little bonkers, I feel.
If anyone knows what that is, let us know.
Thanks, guys.
Also, not really the newest update. I gave Ronnie, I think I mentioned this last time. Ronnie now has my previous pop socket wallet thing because I wanted to get a new one because something was happening to this one, but it was still working fine. So I asked Ronnie if he wanted to start using it, and now he's using it. Yay!
Yay.
I love MagSafe accessories, and I know that I've talked about this before. Get a MagSafe accessory. If there's one thing that a gay fucking person is going to do to you, it's like out of context start advertising any
Anything.
random fucking thing.
Anything.
Like,
I don't know what the thing I advertise is that I always advertise, because I feel like yours is always, always, always a pop socket.
yeah, it's always going to be like pop socket or some kind of like technology. Like some kind of ergonomic technology.
Heavy on the ergonomic.
Yeah. If there's one thing about me, I'm going to look for something that's ergonomic.
That we said that word a lot. Wow.
Take a shot every time we said the word ergonomic.
Ergonomic.
Unless you are under the age of 21.
Ergonomic.
Dang. Make sure you have Pedialyte if you actually did that, but also you don't have to. But you can play that little game if you want. Okay, so what is your favorite thing to buy at Dollar Tree? I just like put random fucking shit that was coming in my brain. So I'm like, we're starting it. What's your favorite thing to buy at Dollar Tree?
Decorations.
Decorations? Any specific season? Do you think any season of the year
Outweighs another?
well, outweighs another in terms of Dollar Tree decorations?
No, I think they're perfect for the little things.
Okay.
I feel like they're perfect for adding details. Finishing details.
Yes. Because
Like, I feel like they
it's
have the
best to get all of
perfect
your
things.
base stuff from like somewhere like
else.
Amazon, maybe Target.
Yeah.
Even like
But sometimes
Marshalls,
like
Ross.
there's like gaps in the like, and you don't know what to fill it with, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to put something. You don't want to get something too big. But then
yeah,
because
because like you want to like be able to reuse decorations the next year.
Yeah, I feel like Dollar Tree always ends up having things that are like the finishing touches on like decor.
Yeah, I get that. And I mean, it's true. For my sister's little engagement party, we got the little sparkly thingies. They're not sparklers. They're just like little table centerpieces with tinsel coming out of them. They're very cute. And I don't even know what's inside of them, but we have them in the apartment now just because it spices things up.
Yeah.
We have it adds a shiny thing somewhere in the room, and that is good. It
And
makes
that's
the
what we
place feel
need.
more welcoming.
And that's what we need.
Not sure how a shiny thing makes the room feel more welcoming, but
But it
like it makes
does.
sense. It always makes sense. This is why I'm always so set on making sure that I have like colored lights in all of my spaces.
No, yeah, and you're right for that because I don't have one in my room right now. I should buy one.
You should you should buy one. Okay, that is on the agenda for later. We have so many things to do. It's so good, but also so tiring. But also
Guys, we have so many things to do and we act like we don't live together. And we can't just like schedule it to do it like another day. Like we're like, "Oh my god, why can't we do everything all in the same exact day?"
yeah, like
But it's just
we
more
can do it
fun that
another
way.
time. Well, yeah, I just want my days to be jam-packed because then I feel like I'm wasting time. But then even when my day is jam-packed, I feel like I wasted so much time.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I didn't get to this.
Wow.
You never win.
The endless existential crisis of realizing that there are needs in life. God damn it. Yes. Okay. Oh, I said that I would read my Letterboxd reviews out loud, but I didn't really think that through because my phone is the camera that we use to record. And I don't have Letterboxd on my... Oh, you can look at my Letterboxd reviews as well.
Okay.
On your app and everything. But you can read yours and then make sure we say the title of the movie and everything before, and then you like explain.
Okay. So I have the ones I have reviewed are Halftime by Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Heathers.
Oh, Heathers.
White Chicks.
White Chicks.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Megan. One Direction, This Is Us.
One Direction, This Is Us.
Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Never Stop, Never Stopping? Or is it Never Stop Stopping?
Never Stop, Never Stopping.
That's crazy. I've been like reading the title so fast that the repetition of the word never, like it just...
No, I get it.
So I've been thinking of the title of the movie as Popstar, Never Stop Stopping.
That's what I thought it was too. That's why I hesitated. And If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power, which is Halsey's it's her album movie.
Yes.
Which one would you like? You get to pick.
Okay, let's start off with... Wait, can I have the list?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I want to hear Megan, White Chicks, and Halftime.
Okay. For Megan, I put Little Crazy Girl. That's it.
Little Crazy Girl. How many R's?
3.
3 R's. Little Crazy Girl.
White
Okay.
Chicks. Classic.
It is a classic. And if you don't think that it's a classic, you're wrong. It's funny.
No, because it's so good.
It's
people who don't like
so
White Chicks,
well
I'm sorry,
done.
just like don't actually bother talking to me.
Okay. For the people who don't like the movie White Chicks, the movie was never for you.
Yeah, or give me a valid reason why it's bad.
Yeah.
Next, Halftime. Really good. Mi Gente Latino.
Mi Gente Latino.
Those are my reviews. Very short and sweet.
Halftime was a good one. I do need to review This Is Me now, but I also, I definitely want to like actually rewatch it for my review.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Yes. Oh, Ronnie has been so gracious as to lend me his phone so I can look at the reviews that I left. So, let me see. I have my recent activity, so I guess I'll go for recent activity. So, I'm choosing 3 as well. I'm going to do It Ends With Us, Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Ronnie already knows that review for that one. I forgot that I seriously went in for It Ends With Us.
No, like, we were at a tux shop because I had to get fitted for my brother's wedding. And I just see Brandon, like, typing away. And, like, I have the impulse to look over at his phone, but I always tell myself that that's not respectful, Ronnie, so I always never look. But I'm like, but that's just because I'm a chismosa, okay? Like, sorry. Don't tell me that y'all don't try, okay? Like, you're lying to yourself if you say you don't look at other people's phones sometimes when they're like typing. Anyways, I digress. Sorry, I don't know why I feel so passionate about that. I got real defensive about that. Sorry about that, y'all.
Let me be really honest.
I say this as someone who has a privacy screen because I don't like when people look at my stuff.
But then you were also the first person to show everyone something on your phone.
No,
so
I
now...
know. And the worst part is I love actually sharing stuff that's on my phone. Like, I love being like, guys, look at this, but then I can't show. Not everyone can see
Ronnie
it.
actually has to hand his phone around to every individual person at the function.
It becomes
we need to watch
not funny anymore because I've had to like show it multiple times and then people are getting it slowly.
Because half the time we'll get silent, like everyone gets silent, and then like you hear the TikTok or like whatever is being shown like just being repeated, and each person like holding the phone for like 10 seconds, they're just like and then they hand the phone to the next person, and that happens like 4 more times.
So, anyways. But I saw him typing away, and I was like, "What is he doing?" I was like, "Who is he?" I was like, either he's like really in a deep conversation with someone right now, or I don't know what he could be doing. And so that's when I was like, what were you doing? And then you said you were like writing.
I was writing letterboxd reviews.
And then I like saw them and I was like, damn it. He was writing them while we were in the car. He was writing them while we were here. I was like, what are you doing?
I don't know what came over me those days, but like I just really needed to like write a review
You
of
know,
something.
that's okay. It's like when my dad, when we went to Jamaica when I was in 5th grade, and my dad wrote a really, really good review on TripAdvisory, and he gave a very, very detailed response and review and stuff, and his review was kind of popular, and he was like, wait, hold on, I'm kind of popular.
That's perv.
Also, a Spanish news network asked to interview him for something. So he said yes for some reason. So I was like, okay, bilingual king, yes, we're.
This makes sense for him though. He kind of just does things because he's been an extra in a few things.
Yeah, he's been in like you might see his shoe in the far distance in the background of Peppermint. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like people coming from places that are close to popular film sites.
Yeah, because he got these gigs because his friends needed people.
Like that's so cool.
Yeah. But
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, where are my opportunities at, for real?
No, for real.
And then I asked
Can we be extras,
And then I asked my
please?
dad, I was like, where are your people at? And he's like, oh, I just don't talk to them anymore. What's up with straight men and like not talking to people?
Why do you have to not talk to people anymore?
Like, what?
Okay, but
Anyways.
I have my review up. The review that I was writing in the tuck store was my review of It Ends With Us. So I gave it 3 stars. Okay. And it's apparently I watched it on September 17th. That's a lie. I watched it when Ronnie came back from Boston from moving his stuff out of his other old apartment.
Yep.
I watched this movie with my 2 friends who had read the book. I came in with no context whatsoever. All I knew was that I would be seeing Justin Baldoni, Jenny Slate, and Blake Lively doing something in this film. Oh my lord, was I in for a joyride. Joyride, joyride. I'm just looking for a good time tonight. Okay, all of the weird external promo stuff aside, I think this movie was good. Not completely great. Consuming this movie felt like watching a weirdly good Hallmark movie. The setup was amazing, and I feel like Justin's portrayal of an abuser as well was well executed. They made him charming and played with the audience's perspectives to the point where the big reveal where we find out that he's the bad guy actually feels like a twist, especially if you didn't read the book, because, I don't know, the plot of the movie wasn't spoiled for you. Reaching that point in the film was amazing for me. I really felt like I had misinterpreted who a man was for so long. So that was very cool. I thought that was pretty effective. Blake Lively in the film was just as good as I expected her to be, but I have nothing more to add to that. So I guess I would say that I had so much fun watching this movie. All of the twists really threw me for a loop when I first watched it, but it doesn't really hold up in retrospect. The whole publicity tour stuff being between Blake and Justin has really made it feel weird to consume that piece of media now. So This is my take. I liked the movie. It was good, but also no, it wasn't. But I like Justin Baldoni. I'm there for Justin Baldoni. The other guy that they had was pretty good, I think. I don't know. I'm still deciding how attractive I thought the other man was. So
Fair enough.
you can decide when you watch it. Because, okay, we'll give context. The movie, for those who don't know, and book, it takes place in Back Bay, Boston. Where did we go to college and live for a few years while being in college? Back Bay, Boston. So
No, like my dad's nickname for me is like he would be like Ronnie Back Bay Ronnie. I'm like, what are you saying right
Are
now?
you saying right now? But yes, we were in Back Bay, and a lot of the film was filmed on site for stuff like that. So, oh my gosh. I was just seeing places that I've hung out so many times before. It was really scary.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been to that convenience store. I've taken shots with the person that owns that convenience store. I love that place. That's a cool place.
I've been there.
Like, stuff like that is really fun. And then just like seeing where I've been. Oh, it's so weird. Especially being back here. I feel like there's one thing that we cannot escape here. It is fucking bits and pieces of Boston just yelling at us out of nowhere.
I know, like I'm not gonna say the names, obviously, but like streets that we live near are like similar to the ones that like are in Boston.
Yeah,
or,
a lot of the names of the places here are like literally
and they're
just
like
copies.
so close in proximity to us, so that's why it's like even more like what. Why do you keep following us around?
Yeah, Boston has been following us.
Guys, I would like to report that I have a stalker, and its name is fucking Boston.
And there's a reason why Renee Rapp had to put up posters in Boston, or billboards in Boston that said, "I hate Boston." Because I get it. Like, I don't, but like, I do hate Boston. No, I don't.
Girl, I get it.
I am now, we have made it to my review of Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping,
Okay.
which, for those who don't know, was a film that came out in 2016.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Give yourself the blessing of watching Popstar Never
so
Stop,
good.
Never Stopping. It's so good. And also, you don't have to really understand the context behind it. The best way to go into it is just not know what you're about to watch. The only spoiler that I can give aside from my review is going to be that it's a star-studded movie, and there is like a guarantee that you're going to know at least 5 people who are in that movie.
Yeah.
And it makes it really fun and weird and interesting.
Yeah, our friend Angie showed it to us, and that was the best thing that she ever did.
Oh, yeah. So good. That is...
Angie has done a lot of things that are wonderful. But that, top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Takes the cake.
Okay. We shall go. This movie is a cinematic masterpiece. I do not mean that lightly in the slightest. This is most definitely one of the funniest movies I have seen in a long time. To start off, they open the movie with the most ominous performance ever. What a great way to sneak in the credits. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I miss when movies worked really hard to make cool little montage things that were, like, hyper-edited to be some kind of like music video with talking portions. And like, because it like sometimes it switches to an instrumental with like talking portions, and then it'll go back to just like everything else that's going on. It just feels like a music video, and it's very high energy. It locks me into the film really quickly.
Yeah.
And it gets me like I love when they do that. Like, instead of just like being like, these are the credits, where now we're going to show you a bunch of random backdrops that we made with a credit, and it's going to take you 5, maybe 10 minutes of sitting here and just looking at people's names, which is like awesome because everyone deserves to have their credit laid out. But if you want to give these people credit in a way that does them justice, make it a cool scene. Like, make it like, present these people in amazing ways, or in like, just there's an art to it, and it's your fault for not doing it.
Quickly, did you see Sabrina Carpenter's at her show during Don't Smile? Because I think it's Don't Smile, then it's okay, wait. Short and sweet tourist spoilers. what's it called? Because I think it's Don't Smile, and then she ends off the show with Espresso.
Mm-hmm.
So during Don't Smile, like, she has, like, her whole stage, but, like, she has her credits, like, kind of playing, like, projector
Yeah.
while she's, like, singing the song and stuff like that, and, like, her dancers are dancing, and it, like, literally says, like, tour managers, dancers, makeup artists, hair, like, wardrobe, like, light, sound, everything. It's really cool.
Like the ending credits. I like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen a few clips of that, and I'm
I love it.
it's crazy that was so that was refreshing to me, because more of those people need more credit all the time, because none of this would have been able to happen without any of those people.
So
We digress. Also, the jokes, we're going back to pop star, never stop, never stopping, because I also know that we jump around a lot. So if anyone's confused, we're back to my Letterboxd review. Also, the jokes are absolutely top tier. The best part about them is that you have to watch the movie multiple times to realize all of the layers to each joke. And I still stand by that today, because I've watched it many times, and I am finding out more and more about the film every time I'm watching it.
yeah.
Oh,
I was just saying, yeah.
I was about to give you the floor.
No, I didn't.
It's okay.
No, yeah.
You didn't want the floor. You wanted the ceiling. The music is also so well made. Honestly, I just love this movie and the lengths they went to execute good jokes. I hope comedy films like this never die. Heart. And it does end with a heart. I did put a little heart there.
Heart.
Yes.
Heart.
So, yeah. Also, like, if you're going to make a comedy type movie and you're going to involve music, like, put fucking effort into that music. Like, don't just make some shitty thing that's not that funny. Like, because like it's just well written.
That soundtrack is just like so good.
It's amazing lyric writing, and no, I'm not trying to say amazing lyric writing in the sense where it's like, it touched my heart. It touched my heart. Like, it's clever. It's well written. You know what? It touched my heart. Fuck that. It touched my heart. Because, like, it was honest. Like, it's one of those things where it's just, like, when the lyrics do a good job of being actually funny to the point where you can pay attention to them and not just listen to the song for the song. Like
funny and ridiculous. Like, if you're someone who, like, has a funny bone, point blank period, you're going to find the movie funny. Because I feel like there's something for everyone.
Yeah, there's so many different styles of humor. Like, they execute humor through sound design. They execute humor through visuals. They execute humor through comedy-style music, which is such an underrated genre of music that literally runs the world, runs memes, runs TikTok. It runs everything, like comedy-style music. Like, it is such a talent to be able to write music like that, and that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, people don't like to take comedy movies seriously, and I understand, but when it is like, when movies like this are just skillful, you can't deny when it's a good movie. I haven't seen other reviews, and honestly, I don't really care to look at too many other reviews because I worry that they'll be bad. Yeah.
I don't think so. I hope not.
But I worry for it the same way that I worry for horror movies.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. Because comedy movies and horror movies, like, quote-unquote, film professionals, they always rate those movies really badly.
The thing is, it's like, you're gonna have to kill me. I am a comedy movie person through and through. Like, those are the kinds of movies I prefer.
Yeah.
Except for Heathers.
Fair. I love horror movies. I love me a good horror movie.
I love good horror movies, but I have to watch them with people.
That's fair. Oh yeah, I don't watch them alone.
And then people do. I'm scared.
My mom would do it at night by herself, like when my dad was still out, and she was just waiting for him to come home.
Queen, why?
That shit was crazy. I don't know. She's everything proof. She's a sturdy queen.
No facts. Love her.
Love you. Love you, mom. Love you, mommy. Anyways.
What was I saying?
You love comedy movies?
Oh, yeah. I love comedy movies. Prefer comedy movies. And I hate when people bash them because it takes a lot to make a good comedy movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Because not anything can just be comedy. Because sometimes there's things that are like so painfully bad that it's just comedic. That's different than a comedy movie.
The Room would be a perfect example of that. Like, it is such a garbage film that it has a cult following. It is like it's almost masterful how bad that movie is. But that one, it's from what we can all tell, it's bad because it's bad. But it's also so funny.
Yeah. But maybe I'm also like kind of like that because I have older brothers. So that definitely might play a part into it.
Possibly.
But I also love rom-coms.
Oh, rom-coms.
I love a good rom-com.
Let me watch any rom-com that has Glenn Powell in it. Maybe like a Matt Bomer moment. Sure, absolutely. I don't ask why I said Matt Bomer like I doubted that. I don't doubt it.
You never doubt that.
Yeah.
It's not
Darren Criss. Not that I've seen Darren Criss in a rom-com, but I feel like I would eat it up because I mean Darren Criss was in Glee. I feel like that at least borders comedy. In terms of the types of experience, because it's so unserious.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm a gay person who's never seen Glee.
Don't apologize. You saved yourself so much trauma.
No, but I want to watch it, though.
We'll watch it. I can't remember exactly where to watch it right now in terms of streaming services, but
you can watch it on Hulu.
We'll figure it out. But it's definitely worth the watch. And I say that in the sense where it's like, it's a piece of culture that's worth not missing.
Yeah.
Is it good? No. But because it's not good, oh my god, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. But no, it's not good.
Compilations on my For You page all the time.
You basically know the entire plot of the show. You just don't know what order it happens in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's fine. It's interesting though. Definitely get into it. I will get to my last review.
Makes me know everything about Glee.
That makes sense though.
So.
Gay Twitter, Glee, same thing.
Exactly.
Now to my last review that I'm going to be reading for you guys. This is The Perks of Being a Wallflower review. I gave it 5 stars, and my review is: the worst people in my life love this movie, and I stand by that really strongly. That's it. It's a great movie. Like, the worst people in my life love this movie. I wasn't lying. That is
I liked it.
I love that movie, but at the same time, the worst people in my life love that movie.
That's like honestly really real though.
So, that's not me saying anything bad about it, cuz great piece of media. Thank you, Logan Lerman. Thank you. Okay.
Logan Lerman is so.
My introduction to the Rocky Horror Picture Show was through that movie.
Interesting.
Because I mean, I forget that movie came out when like we actually were young. So
yeah,
I'm like in my brain, I'm like I was so much older consuming that movie. No, not at all. I was in literally elementary school.
Me as a child watching Cyberbully.
I can't get the cap on. So funny. And it's not because we think that the content of that movie is funny at all. But why did they make it like that? And also, okay.
No, because why?
Let's talk about this. Go back and rewatch the movie Cyberbully. Is it an important story to tell, especially in the age that, like, in this age? Yes. That I can agree with that. Was it done well? No. Was it filmed well? No. It was like...
Was it edited well?
No. They were definitely like recording it on like...
Scared me.
No, sorry. I turned my head and
God.
No, I thought I saw the door moving because I was just like, is Oreo pushing her way in right now? Because she would.
No, she would.
Like, she would push her way in.
She hears how loud it is right now, and she's like,
not gonna come in.
absolutely not. Don't put me in there.
I didn't mean to scare you, but also I was just like, I got scared because I thought I saw the door moving, and then I was like, oh, it's probably Oreo. But wait, is it moving?
Mama, a girl behind you.
Mama, a girl behind you. What if there is? You have to check.
You have to check. You have to check. You have to check.
I don't even know what we were talking about. I'm just going to cut us off because we haven't even gotten to, like, the main things that I added for the episode. So we're going to get to that. We're starting off with an Am I the Asshole?
Let's go.
This was by key_case9842. Am I the asshole for saying no to my girlfriend's quote-unquote tradition?
Okay.
So they posted this on what they called a throwaway account because, oh, that's scary. That means, oh, you don't trust someone because you feel like someone's going to go through your stuff. Mm-hmm. That always adds a little bit more tension to the story even before we start.
Right.
I, male 30, lost my younger brother when I was 22. He had cancer and fought very hard. Ever since, I've been donating blood on the anniversary of his death every year. I take the day off from work, visit his grave, donate blood, and then come home, relax, and watch his favorite movie. I know it's a simple, personal tradition, but it means a lot to me. And that's
fair.
That's
valid.
That's beautiful.
Valid.
I think that's beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss, but at the same time, I'm so happy that you have found a way to have that time with your brother still.
Yeah.
And like be able to revisit just him in general. That's wonderful. And it's amazing that you continue to do that. That's like keep doing that. You're great for doing that. That's awesome. Love to hear it. Okay. Continuing. My girlfriend of 9 months, Anna F, female, 31, asked if I could meet her and her mom. I have met her many times before, and it wasn't the meet the parents for the first time situation. Okay, so like, y'all are just gonna hang out for lunch yesterday. I told her no and explained again about what I do on my brother's death anniversary. She got upset and said, well, it's my tradition to have lunch with my mom every time she's in town, and she really wanted to see you. You can do your stupid blood donation tradition any day.
Okay, no.
No. Because any day is not the specific day that means so much to this person.
Yeah, like...
That means so much to this person's family, too. Like, oh my fucking God, you insensitive, rude-ass person.
No, I know. Hello?
Also, it's lunch. It sounds like your mom comes into town more often than just like once or twice a month. I feel like it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
To reschedule. Also, this is a pre-established thing. Also, y'all have been dating for 9 months. This is a sign. Mm-hmm. This is a sign.
Yep. Anyways,
I explained to her that it's not just about the blood donation. Later in the evening, while I was resting and watching my brother's favorite movie, she texted me again asking me to join them. I reiterated that I really didn't want to and wouldn't hang out with her mom, and would hang out with her mom next time. She replied that I had embarrassed her in front of her mom with my selfishness and laziness. Since then, she's been distant. Do I owe her an apology? Am I the asshole?
no.
No, I agree with that as well. No, and no.
So.
Okay, I'll get to the update before I start reading comments and we talk about it.
Okay.
Update. I texted her and that we needed to talk. She never replied. Just blocked me from everywhere. Social media, WhatsApp, etc. Her best friend who was following me on Instagram blocked me too. I'm not sad. I wanted to end it anyways. Thank you for your support, everyone. I really appreciate your kind comments. Some users suggested that my brother / remembrance tradition saved me from getting serious with her and a lifetime of misery, and it made me smile. Thank you again. And I think all of the people that commented that are right.
Yes.
My POV, I think that all of the people that commented that are absolutely correct because
I agree.
Your brother did save you. Like, point blank period.
Facts.
And
because an actual, like, someone who you would want to be with would either join you or just be like, I can't join you, but don't feel pressured to like join us because I know how important this day is for you.
Yeah, like that's completely fair.
Like,
But this, well, it's my tradition to do this with my mom.
you're like,
And with love and respect, your mom is still with us. So I would say that this person's priorities should lie with what matters in terms, like in relation to his life.
yeah, I agree.
And the girlfriend needs to be more empathetic.
Well, not together anymore.
Oh, and the not girlfriend needs to be more empathetic. But also, I guess, I don't know, she can have a bad time in terms of trying to find other relationships if she's going to keep on acting like that, because that's not productive at all.
Yeah.
Not productive or helpful to anyone. Mm-hmm. We're going to the comments. Okay. This was posted by Sad Flatworm 1436. Damn.
Okay.
Quote unquote stupid blood donation tradition. After that comment, I hope she's soon your ex-girlfriend. That is unbelievably upsetting. You haven't asked her to join you, just to leave you in peace to honor your brother. Not the asshole, and I'm sorry for your loss.
No, yeah.
Yes, I agree. Ooh, Renny WRENY 84 says, I'm shocked she didn't offer to go with him. That would have been my first instinct. Then I would have asked why he loved that film. Like, yeah, I feel like
literally.
it's not that hard to do something like that. Also, this is completely up to the person, but like, I don't know, if it was so pressing to see your mom at the same time, you could have asked, like, would you mind, like, would you be opposed if, like, my mom and I joined you for this? We could maybe bring something, or you could just, like, completely not be a part of it too. It depends on what he was comfortable with. But, like, this is not a really challenging thing to sort through. Like, this shouldn't have been that challenging
Yeah.
to sort through.
I agree.
It was just kind of a thing where it's just like, no, I want to have this time to do this, so I'm not going to be available. And then that should have been as easy as, okay, because, I don't know, if you have a yearly tradition, this was pre-established since they started dating. Mm-hmm. Like, this is obviously not the first year that this dude is doing that. So,
it was
like,
when he was 22 and he's 30. So
yeah,
it's like,
so this is not the first year that this is happening. So, like, this was pre-planned before y'all even started dating at that point.
yeah.
So I don't know why it's so upsetting. I would read more comments, but we've only read one Reddit story, and we are about an hour in. So
Real.
we're gonna get to the next one. We're gonna get to the next one.
We're Gabby today.
And what of it?
We're Gabby Hannah today.
Okay. Ooh, this is so interesting. Ooh,
Okay.
ooh. So this one was posted in r/am I the asshole from a deleted account. This adds so much tension because I know people only delete their accounts when it's something so serious, but also I need to know. So, throw away
What's
and
that?
phone.
What is it? What's
What?
the title?
Oh, the title. Am I the asshole for kicking my parent out and saying, quote unquote, this is why I was so fucked up as a kid? Oh. Oh. Parent tea, family tea. Okay. I had my parents over for dinner this weekend, and they're in their 60s. And after my daughter, 10 years old, asked if she could play us a song she had been practicing on her keyboard. And after that, she asked if she could play us songs on her keyboard, and she gets lessons for context. It wasn't perfect. She missed a few notes. There were a couple pauses, but she did really well. She looked up at the end, massive smile, and I started clapping, and my parents started fucking laughing. Not just a little chuckle, a massive fucking belly laugh. Both of them. My mom asked if it was her first time playing, and my dad said it had to have been. A dog could have played that better. It was like my daughter was shrinking on the spot, and she looked down and said, no, I've had 2 lessons, but I'm doing it with 2 hands, and that's really hard. And they just laughed even harder. I just stood up, took their cups, and said, leave. Now. My mom tried to say, about how they hadn't finished their drinks, how they wanted to hear another song, etc., and said, get your stuff and get the fuck out. And I said, get your stuff and get the fuck out of my house right now. So my dad started doing this huffing thing he does when someone dares to speak up to him, and my mom said that there was no need to be like this. I can't protect her that I can't protect her all the time, and that she's just preparing my daughter for the real world. Okay, a 60-year-old bullying a 10-year-old fucking child is not preparing them for the real world.
Also, I hate when people are like, get ready for the real world. Can you just shut up?
You know what the real world is? The world they're fucking living in already. Like, grow up, deal with it. Like, their lives are different than yours because they're fucking children.
Sorry that you're miserable. People who say that are only miserable.
Like, they do that shit on purpose. I swear they do that shit on purpose specifically because they're just mad that they're not a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so whose fault is it for taking out on a 10-year-old? You're fucking in
honestly,
your 60s.
I never understood why like there would be like adults like bullying like actual children or like having beef with actual children. I say this as someone who has dealt with that firsthand. What is your deal? Like, do you not have a life? Like, how like upset and miserable do you have to be with your life that you have to go and bully a child?
Like, let alone your own granddaughter.
No, I know. Like, so weird.
They got their stuff and left. I sat with my daughter and explained how proud of her I was and how... Oh, excuse me for my throat. That was ominous as shit. I sat with my daughter and explained how proud of her I was and how well she was doing. I told her to ignore them and that they were just being cruel because they don't know any other way to be, and asked if she could please play it again, which she did. Good. On that Sunday, I messaged and said that until they can behave like decent human beings, that we're taking a break away from them. My dad replied that it was my choice, but he didn't realize he raised me to be so precious. Now, my lovely brown-nosing golden child of a sister is getting involved. She phoned me today with my parents' version of the events, telling me I was a nasty piece of work and that I should never speak to my parents that way, that I'm wrapping my child in cotton wool and blah, blah, blah. I just told her to go fuck herself and hung up.
Real.
I'm not asking if I'm in the wrong for standing up for my daughter. I'll always do that. Good for you. But I did go pretty 0 to 100. I kicked them out straight away. I swore at them and in front of my daughter. I did raise my voice at the end when I said leave. I was, and still am, angry. I don't think I'd even accept an apology from them at this point. This behavior isn't new. It's decades old, but this is the first time it affected my daughter. Did I go too far? React too much? Should I have tried to be calmer? Talk it out? I don't know. Am I the asshole? Before we get to our responses, there's a few edits, so I'm just going to get to that. Edit, lots of people think I'm a mom. LOL. Nope, I'm a single dad. Okay.
Okay, real.
Even more credit to you, I guess. Like, actually, genuinely. Also, thank you all for your comments. Definitely calming the anger I felt and making me feel less shit for the way that I reacted. Edit number 2. I really appreciate all of the comments, even the ones calling me Mama Bear. LOL.
Hello.
I never doubted that I was in the right for standing up for my daughter, just how I went about it. I'm going to sit and talk with my daughter about it all either tomorrow, after school, or on the weekend. My parents and sister can just disappear for all I care right now. To all the commenters that said they wish they had someone like me when they were younger, I get it, man. I really do. I hope you got someone now or are able to be that someone. Reading all these comments definitely changed my anger into sadness/realization that I'm not alone with the shitty parents. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for the comments, guys. Even the trolls, you were great. Also, please stop giving awards. It's a throwaway. Don't waste your money. Edit number 3. Really appreciate all of the comments and DMs, but my phone's going a bit mad with it all, so I'm going to delete the account. I'm going to keep the post up, though, because people have posted a bunch of links I'd like to look into this weekend. Thanks all.
It's lame.
Yeah, obviously we don't know the whole context to everything in your life and this whole situation.
But sometimes there's just that moment that just like you're just like you don't even think because you're just so insanely frustrated that like sometimes it just happens.
Yeah. Like I genuinely do not think that was a bad response remotely. If your child's grandparents are just like they're doing that to your child in front of you, it is your responsibility to stop that behavior because the child does not know what to do in that situation, and you did a really good job. Could it have been scary for the child? Yes. But would it have been so much worse for that child to grow up and continue to have to deal with that behavior from their grandparents of all people?
Yeah.
No. Like, that... Your kid deserves so much better than that, and you are doing a very good job by defending your kid and doing what you can to make your kid feel safe. And, like, they're working hard at something and doing a good job of it. Because it's like, it sounds like she was working hard, and it sounded like she was so excited. She actually wanted to perform in front of people. Like, that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, props to this dad for being a good dad and being a single dad, too, because that's even harder. Like,
yeah. Kudos.
Yeah, seriously, kudos, and thank you for yelling at the grandparents because they needed it. And the fact that they're 60 years old and still doing that to kids, they needed to get yelled at, and they need to continue being yelled at until they stop.
No, yeah.
Because that's not normal behavior.
No.
That's I don't have a life behavior.
Yep.
So just don't worry. You're doing a good job, and we support you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have another Am I the Asshole? This next one was posted by Natural Run 4126. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister's family live in my house after they sold theirs for a dream vacation?
Huh?
So I, 32, male, own a modest 3-bedroom house that I've been paying off for the last 10 years. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, and I'm proud of it. My sister, 29, female, and her husband, 31, M, are the typical free-spirited types. They've always talked about quitting the rat race, living life to the fullest, and all that. Well, a few months ago, they finally did it. They sold their house during a booming market, thinking the profit would fund a year-long break to travel. Year only? You sold your house for that? Okay, anyways.
Okay.
They believed they could stretch the money by traveling cheaply, staying in hostels or Airbnbs, and getting by with the occasional odd job. At first, they stayed in nicer places and ate out a lot, thinking they had plenty of cushion. But within 2 weeks, they were out of money.
2 months.
Oh, 2 months. Why did I say weeks? Within 2 months, they were out of money. I think I started reading Were while I was... Okay, anyways.
I've done
They underestimated how quickly expenses would pile up, especially with 2 young kids, 7 female and 5 male. Oh my god.
You have kids.
Really young kids.
Okay, wow. Okay.
To feed and care for. Now that their funds are drained, they've decided to stop full-time travel, but don't want to settle down just yet. Instead, they asked to live with me, rent-free, for the next 10 months while they, quote-unquote, figure things out. They say they'll still try to take some occasional trips if they find super cheap deals, but for the most part, they want to stay at my house. I told them no. My house isn't big enough. I don't want the disruption, and I certainly don't think it's fair for them to live off of me because their plan failed. I offered to help them find an affordable rental or even cover part of their expenses for a couple months so they could get back on their feet. But that wasn't enough. My sister blew up at me, calling me selfish and accusing me of being jealous of their adventurous lifestyle. To make it worse, my parents are siding with her, saying that family should help family, and that I'm being too rigid. The thing is, my parents live in a small apartment, and they can't take in my sister's family, which is probably why they're pushing it onto me. They say that I don't understand the value of experiences and that I should be more supportive. Some of our mutual friends are also saying I should be more understanding, but I think it's completely unreasonable to expect me to house their whole family for nearly a year just because they didn't plan properly. Am I the asshole? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all. Like, it's not your fault that they decided to sell their house so then they could have 1 year of vacation. What was the plan after you sold the house and
No,
even if they
like,
were able to
literally,
budget the
like-
money, what was the plan after that?
Like, hello?
Like, were you going to be able to save up money during those vacations to do something after that 1 year
No,
long
literally.
vacation ended?
So it's just like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what your plan was.
And you do this while you have two
Two
kids?
And they're 7 and 5. They should be in school.
Like,
They should be in school.
I don't know. They should at least be in daycare or something. I don't know. This is just like these kids don't have a home anymore. That whole family intentionally, decidedly just made themselves homeless.
No, like, literally, like, they didn't have to do all of that.
And there are so many cases where people get driven to homelessness completely out of their will. But then in this case, they just entirely willfully became homeless so then they could travel for only 1 year. They sold their home to travel for only one year.
Okay. Right.
Did you also forget that you have 2 kids to feed as well?
No, like, literally.
And like, I don't know, medical bills, gas, water,
Like, there's so much to do.
anything.
And having
Where are you going to take a shower?
having 2 children is not cheap.
Oh, where are you going to take a shower? That's a scary one. Ooh.
I've seen people who, like, live in, like, vans and stuff, like, take showers at, like, gyms.
No, I know. But they're apparently traveling the world
Oh, yeah.
and have like limited budget. And I'm not sure they're living out of vans because apparently they were just
Well,
doing
they're
hostels and
if they're doing
travel.
hostels and Airbnbs, then there.
There's gonna be showers there, but like, I don't know. Now that they don't have the money for that, what are they doing now? Because we don't know if they've been home. Oh, because this was a week ago.
What
Okay.
did the comments say?
Yeah. Okay. By the Brook 88 says, they say I don't understand the value of experiences. Oh, they quoted something and they responded, tell them you don't value the experience of having freeloaders in your house indefinitely. Not the asshole. I get that. I understand being there for family when they need it, but it is a huge, absolutely massive burden when the family is like, hi, can we live with you rent free and have this 4-person family enter your home that you already live with other people with. Like, we want to live in your family home that only has 3 bedrooms and we're adding 4 more people into the house.
Yeah.
And these people are so far also not offering to work at all to help cover anything.
Like, what was... just don't get it.
I know it's family, but 10 months, and also you don't know if they're going to even try during those 10 months. That's so concerning. I don't know. And that's also, I feel like that's not asking for help from your family. That's just using your family flat out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, you should be able to rely on your family for things, but then just kind of like assuming ownership of someone's things that are theirs, especially when it comes to like someone's literal house, assuming ownership of that and being like, hey, we have nowhere else to go, so you need to home us, otherwise you're a terrible person, when that person already has like a modest home in a like it's not that massive. It is, yeah, it can have that many people in it, but that's massively uncomfortable and so hard to deal with. And also, those are 2 young kids doing so much stuff. And like these, like, what about going to school? What about daycare? What about feeding everyone? Who's going to cover all of that? Because it doesn't sound like they have any more money. So like, are they going to even help pay to feed themselves as well too?
Yeah. Continue.
Someone's Dresden_mouse says they should then value the experience of homelessness. God damn. Thing is though, they did do that to themselves literally on purpose in this case specifically. They fully just sold their home to travel for a year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get over the fact that they did that to
really
travel for
irresponsible.
just 1 year. If you were gonna do that, I would hope that you could at least fund 5 years of travel or something. From selling your home,
Yeah.
people take like most of their lives to pay off their homes, and then you just sell your home so then you can travel just a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, what number was that for? I think we're on 5 now.
I think. I thought we were on 4.
Oh yes, now we're on 4. You're right.
Okay.
Okay, so I brought back the Ask Reddits.
Okay.
Because we had so much fun doing the Ask Reddits last time, and that sounded half sarcastic, but I really mean that. We enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
So this question was posted by It's LIIGHTZ. It's Lights. Which real life cheat codes do you know? Interesting way to word that. So throwaway for work for says, admit your mistakes quickly and without undue apologies / self-flagellation. Not only will people trust you more, you'll usually move on from the mistake much faster. Yes.
Yes.
Just own up to your shit. It's so much easier
Yeah.
to move past it when you just own up to it. Because then it's a funny little joke or just like a thing that happened and now you can like forget about it.
Yeah.
That's just it. Deal with it now so you don't have to deal with it later. Sounds really basic, but way more people don't do it than you would think. Fu Jenkins posts, diarrhea is the best excuse to get out of anything. No one questions it, and no one expects you to go to a doctor for it. That's fair.
Yeah.
That was posted 3 months ago, though. Well, the thing is, diarrhea ends up being one of the symptoms for COVID. So I feel like this is somewhat less applicable, but it's also applicable in the sense where if you tell someone that you have diarrhea, they don't want to question it anymore because they're like, well, you don't have to tell us the details.
Yeah.
You're just sick. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Like, yes. I will say it's a pretty embarrassing thing to be like, hello, boss, I am dealing with this. Or like, hello, person that I was supposed to see today, I cannot see you today because I have poo-poo problems.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to bring myself to do that, even if I was going through that. Because that has happened before. And then I just told them that I had something to do because I didn't want to tell them. But that's fair. Hot_hollow_point, hollow being HO11OW, says, I got a job as security at a concert venue because ticket prices were getting to be insane and I wanted to see some shows. Turns out I also got to meet some rock stars. That is literally how you're supposed to do it.
Yep.
Normally I would want to gatekeep that, but I feel like that's fair. Because it's like
everyone knows that though.
Everyone knows that. But the thing is, people don't think to do that. They know that that's true, but they just never think to actually do it.
No, yeah. Fair.
Okay. For next one, chronically-awesome says, don't put who an email will be sent to until after you have it ready to send, so you can't accidentally send an unedited or unfinished email. I actually did that today.
Oh, I've like done that before.
Yeah. I did that today for...
Yeah.
So, rock eating chaos queen. Oh, wow. Says, confidence can get you super far. Like, if you just act extremely confident and normal and totally fine about whatever it is you're doing, anything nearly, people won't question it. Oh, wow, this is really hard to read. You're supposed to be here, just walk on in or out or whatever. That's the attitude to have. I cannot believe how well this works for some of the nicest people as well as the biggest jerks alive. It just works.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Because no one is ever really as confident as they might seem. That's just it. They're just really good at knowing how to, like, portray themselves in such a way. And also, some people are just really good at making it seem like they're confident, even though they don't know that they're doing that. Yeah. Some people do it consciously, other people don't. Mm-hmm. I said other people's, and I worried for the quality of the grammar of that, but then I also realized that people's is a valid word to use in that context.
Yes.
I just hate using the word people's. It feels so wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
So we're on 5 now. We're moving on to 5. Next question, next question. This was posted by Walt EF_J. What is your most disturbing secret? Okay.
Okay.
We have an interesting one. I remember reading this one. It was very interesting. This was posted by I-heart-diet-coke. That's me, basically. I do love me a good Diet Coke. I have a good friend who is a very shy pooper. Like, we've been on trips together. Stop reading the story beforehand and spoiling it for yourself. You were doing it earlier. I have a good friend who is a very shy pooper. Like, we've been on trips together and he won't shit for days. He says he just can't relax and go because he's in public. But one time in college, about 6 years ago, he was super drunk and fell asleep shitting on my toilet. And the shit got all over my toilet. Not sure how, but most of it did not go in the bowl. I got him up, cleaned him and the toilet, and put him to bed. He was blackout drunk and doesn't remember it at all. I don't have the heart to tell him. He'd be mortified. It wouldn't do anyone any good. But when he's shy about pooping around me, I can't help but chuckle at the irony. That's fair.
Sweet.
And you're also a really good friend for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just it. Like, it's... I appreciate that you worked hard to read into someone's anxiety and acted accordingly to help them out and be an empathetic person. Because apparently it's a rare thing these days.
Yeah.
Psycho Teenage Rat, and Psycho being PSYCH0, Teenage Rat, said you're a really good friend. I agree with that point. We just said that one. Mm-hmm. And then in response to that, rare_hollow says, not a best friend though. A true BFF would be there blackout pooping with them.
LOL.
Yes. That is also kind of true. If that makes, yeah. Like, that's kind of real. Oh, wait.
That's fair.
Let's see what other ones we have. Oh, I only got that one. Oh, because I had other ones that I got from that one. Okay, cool.
It's okay.
I have other ones. I have other ones. Okay. Someone else in response to, what is your most disturbing secret? My family thinks I finished the computer science degree, but I dropped out. However, I've been working in the sector for about 25 years in a row without any trouble, and people, employees and colleagues, seem to think that I'm quite competent. It's not disturbing per se, but for my parents, it was a big deal that I finished my studies. My dad passed away 3 years ago without knowing. My mom is 83, and she is still proud of me, and I hope things stay the same till she does.
I mean, you're still you've been doing it for 25 years, so I think it's okay.
It's one of those things where it's like...
I understand.
Something like this, I would say in some ways that what they don't know truly won't hurt them.
Yeah.
Because, if you said that you got a degree in that field and then you have all of the jobs, and you've had all of the jobs that would pretty much essentially show that you've most definitely gotten that degree, but you don't have that degree. Honestly, that's more impressive than having a degree and doing all of those things. But because of your father's passing, which I am very sorry for, I'm sorry for your loss. But I don't think that telling them or not telling them at this point would really have necessarily benefited or hurt anyone.
Yeah.
I would say that it does sound like, and this is just from what I can tell, not that I actually know any of the context for any of this. Mm-hmm. It definitely does sound like they were relatively pressuring when it came to doing stuff like this in terms of getting the degree and whatnot, which is it's a fair thing to be pressuring your kid about. I think it's a pretty fair thing to pressure your kid about. Not to too much of an extent, but I think it's fair to be like, hey, what are you going to do on this front? But the fact that you have literally seemingly been able to live a genuinely good life working in the sector that you want to be working in without going to college or without finishing college. Like, I think that that's fine. I read a little bit further down while I was putting this together that this person did the thing where they walked at graduation a quarter before they finished, and they moved out and they got a job, and then got a notice saying that they were 1 credit short from actually getting their degree, and they just never went back. So the thing is, they were 1 credit short of getting the degree. It was literally a technical thing.
Okay.
Like, it was a clerical error that took that degree away from you,
Yeah.
realistically. Let's be real, because we also know how college counselors are, and the people that are directing courses and, like, correcting the paths of these students through the colleges. So many of these people will just screw these poor... And while I understand that, for the most part, legally, they're adults, these are kids. They're still learning how to be out and about, outside of school. And they're still in school while learning how to be outside of school. So, like, let's not call them, like, full adults. They're adults. But they're not all
they're young
adults. Yeah. So it's like, we have to be more gracious to them.
Yeah.
Me saying this as if we are not the age,
We're
like the
literally
demographic that I'm
22.
literally talking about right now. Yeah. It's like, what they don't know doesn't hurt them.
No, yeah.
Especially at this point. Oh, okay. I have another one too. We're on number 7. I'm going to paraphrase this one because I remember it being pretty intense.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, this was posted by the what is your most disturbing secret? This was posted by ICOSOTC. When I was a little kid, either 5 or 6 years old, I had gotten in trouble for throwing a TV remote at my sister. My dad is a very large and intimidating man. He stood in the doorway of my room yelling at me. I was hysterical. Essentially, this person, the dad got angry, very, very, very angry, and told the child to take their clothes
Okay. Why?
off of their person.
No.
And then, literally as that was happening, the dad, like, broke down crying on the floor and then just started saying, like, I'm a bad dad. And then the kid said, you're not a bad, like, walked up saying, like, you're not a bad dad, hugged him. He left. And then the person that posted this says, I don't know if he thinks I forgot about that day or what, but I remember it vividly. This was over 30 years ago, and we've never really talked about it. I feel like this is a very interesting and nuanced one because... Oh, there was also a clarification, I think, that they posted later, that they said that nothing like this ever happened again in their entire life so far. Like, nothing of this sort had ever happened prior to that or after that. What is it? People were, a lot of people in the comments were just saying, like, that is quite unfortunate, and this is most definitely not really, like, a great story in terms of, like, what happened in it, but in terms of what it seemed like was caught, it was good, because this is very nuanced, but from what people gathered based off of the small amount of information that we got, it seems like that was a behavior that was demonstrated to the father a lot throughout his life. Not that we know any of the other details. This is just, like, something to be gathered from what we can tell. And breaking down in front of the kid right as you do that and knowing that that is a very bad thing to do, like, an absolutely fucking horrendously horrible thing to do. And just stopping that, never doing that before that, and never doing it after that. And, like, I'm not saying that the solution... Like, I'm not saying that it was solved completely or, like, even resolved in general. But in terms of the cycle of generational abuse within families, I feel like that was a really important event to occur within that family tree. Just because for people who live in those types of situations, it's one of those things where it's just like we are all just hoping and praying that something happens to end that cycle. Even if it's something that's not necessarily wonderful, it could be a very traumatizing event. But the traumatizing event might be what needed to happen to end that cycle. And like, I'm not saying that this was supposed to happen or anything like that, but there's a good and bad to the story in the sense where it's like that shouldn't have happened to that child at all. But it's somewhat nice to know that there was some form of progression in terms of this, because it's like that type of behavior in adults, that doesn't come from nowhere. Like that doesn't come from nothing. There was something that happened at some point that had to have been brought up, or the dad is psychotic. But based off of the fact that it only happened once, and in those time periods, it sounds like something that might have slipped through from something horrible that happened as a child. And literally, don't wish that. Would never wish that on the father. Would also never wish that on the kid. And it's, I don't know. This is just a very nuanced topic.
Yeah.
And I think in some ways it was important that happened. In other ways, it was absolutely fucking horrible that happened. But I think it's important to talk about this kind of stuff more openly, just because I feel like people are too scared to try and talk about it openly, because people don't want to ask questions about it or like mention it. But I think it's important to. There's so many different questions that we need to ask about it, because if there's one thing about cases like this, when it comes to family, when it comes to relationships with like partners, with everyone, the biggest thing is that questions aren't asked. So normalize asking questions about things so we can find out what could be wrong or what could be right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, in this case, it's like something very bad happened, but maybe that meant that something really good happened because of the end of a cycle of sorts. That got very serious. But also, I'm not crazy and won't try to make jokes about that topic. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyways, the last one that I have, number 8, was also under the what is your most disturbing secret? I don't exactly remember what this one is, so we're in for a ride. It's pretty short. This one was posted by Dry-Communication 901 6 months ago. A few years ago, I used to work at Home Depot at the returns desk. It was mostly very elderly people who worked alongside me in our store. I was the youngest in the team. We had a lady, Margaret, who had issues with bowel control due to her medications, so she used to fart without even realize she was farting.
I like Oreo.
Like Oreo, exactly like Oreo. Usually loud, but harmless ones, even when she was having a normal conversation. Thing is, it deserves a little giggle sometimes. A little too is really funny. Even like I'm so sorry. So we all got used to her doing that, even though it was awkward in the beginning. That's fair. Like, as much as it's awkward, if it's something that literally happens to someone all the time and they can't control it, you get used to it. Like, that's not really the craziest thing ever. One day, we were having a team huddle, and it started to smell like fresh manure. Such a strong stench. And then one more with a different flavor this time.
Oh, God.
The manager dismissed the team huddle, and one of the team members murmured, "Oh my God, Margaret, what was that?" It was me. I did that, Margaret. I'm sorry.
Damn. She took it though.
You should have said that to Margaret privately instead of posting it on Reddit in an anonymous account.
Who cares? Let them. Well, maybe. Did you tell Margaret? Because Margaret's a real one.
Wait, what?
Margaret's a real one.
For?
Like, I'm like, wait, because I wouldn't want to tell her because I'd be so embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, she's a real one for taking it?
Yeah.
The thing is, love and respect, she wouldn't know because she was already farting at the time. So she probably was just like, damn, that one was really bad this time.
I know. Oh my God, I meant.
So is she a real one or is she just a tortured one?
Were they in sync, you think?
Oh. Were they committing flatulence in synchronization with one another? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Uber Fission says, One time, I was rocking my daughter to sleep when she was a baby. I let one go so bad that she started crying and wouldn't stop until I changed her diaper. Wait.
You know, I've been taking care of EJ before, and he was sitting on the couch, and I didn't know that he was shitting. And all of a sudden, I see it like through, like go out of his diaper, and it's on the couch.
Oh, no.
And I was like, Justin, there's a little bit of an issue over here.
But damn, the fact that this person literally let out a fart so bad that the baby smelled it and was like, damn it, I pooped. Now you have to change my diaper. The poor baby got confused. Like, you made a baby think that it was their fault for that fucking stench. How dare you?
That's crazy. That poor
like,
child.
that's kind of rude.
That child said, You literally gaslit your
baby. Who said that? Nhaines. I'm not going to try to say that.
Okay.
Haynes. Okay, I tried to say it.
I'm not going to try to say it.
Fun with a porpoise.
Porpoise.
We drove our 4 and 1 year old to the store today, and as we were pulling into a parking lot, I smelled the foulest car fart I ever smelled. I'm gagging and turn around in the driver's seat to check if the 4-year-old ripped one or the baby pooped when I hear my wife meekly say from the front passenger seat, "Excuse me." It was a nasty one. I like that you blamed the kids, not you thinking adults don't have the capacity to fart. If anything, the adults are more who you should be worried about, guys.
No, facts, because...
Like, let's be so honest about that.
Like, let's be serious.
But that's all that I have in terms of little Reddit snippets to bring to you.
What's a silly one to end off on?
Yes, I felt like I should bring something that would really sort of refresh us from the one previous.
Yes.
But the one previous was also a very important one to bring up. So I thought it was nice. Yes. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with us this time around. Don't forget to like this podcast on Spotify and Apple for Podcasts and YouTube if you want to watch us do it all. And you can follow me on Instagram at brandon._.amor, on TikTok at brandon._.amor, and YouTube. Just look up Brandon Amor, rambling about things I read on Reddit, or rambling about things I read on Reddit, Brandon Amor. That will change once this podcast starts doing better in terms of the algorithm. I mention that every time, but like I say, every time I mention it, I'm going to mention it every single time until it stops being a fucking problem. So deal with it until then. Ronnie, your turn.
You can follow me at Ronnie Red, RONNII Red, on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep. Yeah. Well, thanks again for being here. We love you all. It was really, really... What if we don't love you all?
Brandon, don't say that. Hands.
No. Because what if there's someone listening to this that we don't like?
Why are you listening?
Why are you listening? Why are you listening? To the ones that do like it, you're welcome. Like, that was fine. I know.
I don't remember.
Okay, anyways.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. What's my random advice for the week? If you want to get really nice, affordable cleaning supplies, check out Dollar Tree. They're a really good place to find cleaning supplies. And also, just like, if you don't want to dish out the money for Febreze or the little Glade sprays, like the refills for your auto sprayer, go to Dollar Tree. They have all of those things. It ends up being really well priced. I think I mentioned this last time, puppy pads at Dollar Tree are a really good price too. So definitely check those out, except for when they're not in stock, because it doesn't matter if they're a good price because they're just not there.
Hearts.
Also, I don't remember exactly what the codes are in terms of the pricing, but when you're at Costco, check out the pricing. If the number is like
$14.99 or $75 or something else like that, each of those numbers in terms of the cents after the price, that indicates something about the product in terms of like, this is new to the shelf, or this is only going to be here for a limited amount of time.
Oh, yeah, I
this, and that. You can look up those codes on TikTok.
I saw a TikTok about that.
Yeah, it's true. It's really, really cool. But Costco is really, really hush about it. Not that it's like super secret, but like they don't really market that or anything.
Yeah.
So definitely look into that. It's very worth it. Also, this is becoming a Costco ad. Get your glasses from Costco. They're a lot more affordable. They have some really cool brand names, and also in a lot of cases they have an optometrist there, so you can get your eyes checked, get your prescription, and get your glasses all there for a pretty good price if you are the type of person who has VSP. I digress. I hope that all of this advice was helpful to you. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Fracture me, fracture me.